G'day, how you going? Today we're just going to be finishing off exercise 4b3. So question 7 gives you some other things over here that you need to be considering. So let's do a couple of questions. Obviously, whether you do these by yourself or just watch the video, you definitely need to make sure you can do these. So 7a, we're given the information that cosine theta is equal to 2/3. And the theta is in fact in the quadrant where it's between 0 and pi on 2. Alright, so when we think about that, this is the quadrant we're looking at over here, where the answer is. So that's the only quadrant that we can consider where our possible answer is. Alright, so if we're doing our second method, alright, let's just do that first up because that might make more sense to you. Right, so this over here, it's cosine, so we know that side there is 2. The adjacent side, that side there is 3. Now, if we were doing Pythagoras, we know that 3 squared is 9. 9 take 4, or 2 squared is 4, so that's going to be 5. This side over here is going to be root 5. Alright, so if we're using our concept there, we can say that sine theta is equal to root 5 all over 3. That's the answer, the only answer that we can accept. If we were using our other method, sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta, that's equal to 1, then we know that sine theta, squared theta, is equal to 2 on 3 squared equals 1. So therefore sine theta, squared theta, is going to be equal to 1 take, now when we square that you're going to get 4 on 9. So therefore sine theta is going to be plus or minus the square root of, well, when we do that we're going to get 5 on 9. So let's just put it straight in there, 5 on 9. And so therefore that's going to be equal to plus or minus the square root of 5 on 3. Now, when we're thinking about that, the only possibility that we can actually have is the one that's in the first quadrant. So we have to consider, in the first quadrant, sine is what? Positive. So therefore, that means it could be minus root 5 on 3 or root 5 on 3. So we're going to exclude that as not a possible answer. So that's the only answer that we're going to accept there. Alright, so it's not really any much different from what you did before. Same sort of process, just thinking about a quadrant that you're actually looking at. Might do the last one because that's a little bit different. It's slightly different there. We've got sines equal to minus 1 over root 2. So sine theta is equal to minus 1 over root 2, and we know that theta lies somewhere between, I can't remember, so let's have a look, between pi and 3 pi on 2. Okay, so it's between pi and 3 pi on 2. Now, if we're thinking of our quadrant there, right, so what do we know about sine in this region here? We know that sine's going to be negative, but we also know in that region there that cosine is also going to be equal to a negative value. So that will be the one that we accept. Alright, so if we go through and do our working out, I quite like the concept of using our unit circle again. I think it's just so much easier. So we're looking at that quadrant there. We know that sine is equal to, that's root 2, that's negative 1. So when we square that, you get 2. 2 take 1, so therefore that's going to leave me with 1 over here. That's a 1, 1 root 2 triangle, isn't it? So that's going to be negative 1 because it's going in the negative direction from the origin. So therefore, if we're looking at that, we know that cosine of theta is equal to negative 1 over root 2. Right, just to verify that's the correct answer, we've got cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta is equal to 1. So therefore, we know that this simply is going to be negative 1 on root 2. I'm going to square it. That's equal to 1. That's cosine squared theta. So therefore, when we do that, we're going to get cosine squared theta. That's going to be plus. Now, 1 squared is negative 1 squared is going to give me 1. Negative root 2 squared is going to give me 2. That's equal to 1. So when I bring that across, then I'm going to get cos squared theta is equal to 1 take a half. So therefore, cos theta is going to be plus or minus the square root of a half, which is going to be plus or minus 1 over root 2. And we know that we can only accept the negative 1. So therefore, the answer is, therefore, cos theta is equal to negative 1 on root 2 for that particular quadrant that we're looking at. Alright, so hopefully this makes sense to you. Make sure you sort of can do the questions, and I'll catch you in class, but make sure you catch up with me if you need some support.